We've got wild ramp, wild leek, wild garlic, whatever you want to call them. Leaves, dried out. These are going to be amazing for any sort of cooking, any sort of seasonings. I also have the bulbs sitting in water. I've been cooking with these. They're absolutely delicious. I am going to take a jar of these and pickle these, and you're going to pickle these just like you would any other sort of item. So like a green bean or like an actual pickle. Enjoy this video. I'm going to show you how to identify these, how to pick them sustainably, and how to dehydrate the leaves. Look at all of these wild ramps. Now, there is a crap ton of controversy surrounding these plants, from what they're called to how to harvest them. People call them wild ramps. People call them wild leeks. People also call them wild garlic. I totally understand wild garlic is an entirely different plant, but in some areas, people call them wild garlic when referring to this exact plant. It's fine. Everybody's going to be okay. Let people live their lives. As for harvesting them, some areas, some people have been very disrespectful to this plant and have definitely over harvested it. So in some areas, these plants are not as plentiful. Here, I have multiple patches this size in this bush. I will harvest, I want to say less than 1% of these plants every year. And every year, these patches get bigger and bigger. If you're in an area where this plant has been over harvested, only take the leaves. You can do a ton with the leaves. They are absolutely delicious, but very plentiful here. Multiple patches this size. I will be harvesting the bulbs. Now, there are some lookalikes. This doesn't really look like it, but this is Trillium, gorgeous Ontario flower. This is often confused for wild ramps. This is trout lily, also edible, very delicious, but not a wild ramp. I can just smell the garlicky scent coming off of this patch. It is beautiful. So trout lily, it's got the speckling, doesn't smell garlicky whatsoever, and it's sweet. It's really good, but it's not a wild ramp. If you're in an area where wild ramps are not as plentiful, again, just take a leaf off of the plant. It's gonna smell garlicky. It's gonna have that little red tip at the stem. The whole leaf is gonna have that like garlicky flavor. Now, if you are lucky enough to live in an area like I do, where these plants are clearly very plentiful, pick the bulbs, but pick them respectfully and sustainably still. So don't pick a bunch of bulbs from the exact same patch, and you want to leave like the vast majority of these plants here because you want this species, again, like I always say, to live on forever and ever and ever. I've got a little shovel. That's what I use to carefully pick around the bulb of each plant so that I'm not breaking the bulb off into the ground. So yeah, I'm gonna get to picking. Dig your shovel down around the root, push down a little bit, gently lift up. There you go. The root of your wild ramp is going to look like this. Is gold. This is delicious. These beauties are usually ready around late April to early May. You can smell them before you see them. Now, those garlic bulbs were used for some salads that I made, a potato salad, a pasta salad. The leaves were dehydrated, 140 degrees for 8 hours, and then just blended up in a simple blender. And this is gonna make amazing garlic aioli, spices to any sort of fish or chicken dishes that I make, anything really. The uses for this are endless.